Welcome to Elementary, Monday evenings at 6. So what are your thoughts on being a baker? I find this baking by far the hardest thing that someone can do. I think it takes precision, and I'm so excited for my guest this evening. He's going to ask to join any moment now. So hope you're having happy first day of spring, and I hope you're having a fabulous
Hello. I'm doing well. How are
Hey,
you?
thank you for how are
Awesome.
you? I'm good, thank you. Yes, today. And I guess without, we'll get started.
My
So
name
let's
is
introduce
my full
yourself
name
and
is
your Instagram
Oluwa
handle.
Pelumi Babalola, or Pelumi for short. And my Instagram handle is Pbabscakes. That's Pbabs cakes.
Perfect. And so what do you do? I kind
I'm a
of let out
baker.
a little bit of
I
what you
make
do, but
cakes.
what do you do?
I love the art and cake making. I create. That's what I always say. I do create. I love
Uh-oh, you're frozen. You're gonna have to. Hello? Oh no, technical difficulties. I am so sorry. We're having some technical issues. So Pbabscakes is going to ask me to join again. Sometimes this happens. We have a little bit of technical issues. But I was saying before, I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are. It's the first day of spring. And the weather has been pretty nice today, I think. Oops. Sometimes we just have a little bit of difficulty connecting. And hi, said a pro. Um, improvise. Okay, there we go. Let's do this again. Let's hope this connection is better. Oh no. I'm so sorry for this technical difficulties. We'll be with you in a minute. Just hang on there. Don't leave us. The show is going to be pretty awesome. Oh no. So I think there's a little bit of a connection issue, and I think the baker doesn't have very good internet connection right now. So for some reason, um, oh no, I can't. So Pbabscakes, if you can log out and log back in and ask me to join again, because for some reason, I don't think your connection is allowing you to join. Um, so sometimes we have technical difficulties and we have to improvise. But today I'm talking to a baker, and like I was saying, I feel, and this is just my personal experience because um, I'm not very good with baking. I'm very intimidated with the art of baking because I think you have to be precise. I just can't get you to join. Uh,
I don't know where
oh,
this is coming from,
there you
but
are. Your internet connection.
yeah,
Anyhow, we'll get going.
yes, I
So,
make
as you were
cakes
saying,
for a living. I enjoy
you're a
the
baker. Yes.
artistic part of it. I love being able to celebrate people's joyful moments. That's what I do on a summary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Amazing. So tell us how you got into, how you became a baker
It's a
and like
very,
what
very long
started,
story, but
how
I'll
you
show
started
you
in this
it as best as
profession.
I can. It was all through my mom. I have the
Perfect.
best mom in this world, to be honest. Um, when I was a kid, when I was growing up as a kid, I used to help her in the kitchen, and she
Amazing.
loved making cake. She never made it professionally, but she would bake for every.
Frozen again. Oh no. Yeah, so we will be back. I'm not quite sure. Because I don't think it's my connection because my connection is good. Um,
And there. Yes.
are you there?
So
Perfect.
I always used to
So
help her in the kitchen from
you
time to
were
time.
you were
She'd be like,
mentioning with your
pass me this
mom.
spoon, pass me this piping bag, pass me this. And I remember I was like, I think 8 or 9, and I would help her every day from time to time. Fast forward to my university days. I was in medical school. For those who don't know, for a lot of my fans who don't know, I was in medical school for close to like 3 4 years, and I wasn't just fulfilled there. I would say I wasn't just happy. I would say, right. So in my third or fourth year, I just took the risk in just dropping out. So I took that risk. I dropped out, and I was like, I'm going to focus on cake making, and that's how my journey started, basically. Yes.
Wow, amazing, amazing, and here you are. So, what do you consider to be a signature, baked goods? Like I know you said cakes, but do you do
I make
like
cupcakes.
cupcakes?
I make
Like what
cakes. I
series of
make
cakes do you do? Like
cookies. I make desserts, not too much, but I would say my signature cake is baked goods is cake making, specifically vanilla coconut. That's what I started. That's what I started with, and I've always been getting the best
oh,
feedback from
interesting.
that recipe. That's my signature cake, I would say.
Perfect. Sanjan,
Thank
I'm not
you,
going
thank you,
to say
thank
full
you.
name, but anyways, he says you're very inspiring. So thank you for that. So how do you come up with new recipes and
Simple
flavors
trial by
in your
errors. A lot of
combination?
times,
Like how do you come up?
trial by error. I work with a couple of people from the industry, and sometimes we're like,
Yeah.
I think this flavor might go with this. I'm like, okay, let's give it a try. So we do a lot of trial by errors, and we do a lot of tasting. Right? I try something, I give it to my colleague, they taste it, they give it to me, I taste. Then we actually come together and decide, okay, this is actually a good recipe we can actually sell in terms of like to our customers, right? So, but a lot of times it comes with trial by error, trying something new. Never stay stuck on
Mhm.
the old recipe. Never stay stuck on doing the same thing one way. So we do A lot of trial by errors. Yes.
Yeah, so it does sound yummy.
Thank you.
And Soda Pro Painters in Toronto says it sounds yummy.
Thank you.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
Tony Rose says hands down the best cakes and cookies in the city. So I'm sure Tony has tried
Yes.
the cakes and she's vouching for them. So, what are some of your challenges you face as a
I would
baker?
try to
And,
be as nice as
how do you
possible,
overcome it?
but I would say cheap clients. Yes. Yeah, they're like customers who are like,
Oh, I have the same
they
problem. I
want
know. I
the
know.
best
Yeah,
for the cheapest price they want to pay for it. And a lot of times, yes, and quality comes with
but that's
price.
everywhere,
Standard
right?
comes with price. Skills come with price. I heard it said somewhere you don't pay for how quick I do it, but you pay for my expenses and time over time that I've learned over the years. So that's what you're paying for. And if you want something good, you have to be ready to put your money where the mouth is, as they say. So yes, I would say dealing with clients and knowing how to um, communicate with them, be firm, be stern, be nice about it at the same time, know your worth. I would say that's one of my greatest difficulties.
Yes. Yeah, and it's it doesn't matter
Yes,
what profession you're in,
yes,
whether you're a realtor, you're a painter, or you're a baker. Yes, people will try
yes,
to get the best. Now,
yes.
we have a viewer here who's asking. I have a sweet tooth. Um, and do you have any?
Yes, we
And
do. We do
do you
make
have any
gluten-free and
sugar-free goodies?
sugar-free cookies. We do that from time to time, but that's like special
Oh,
request
okay.
because a lot of people love sweets. Yes, yes. I
Yes,
I've
absolutely.
got a
And you
lot of
have to
clients
cater
sometimes and
to
asking, "Oh,
all of these.
put more sugar,
Yeah.
put more sugar." I'm like, there's a lot of sugar that goes into this, but put more sugar, put more sugar. Yes,
So, how do you ensure that the quality is consistent in your baked goods, right?
one of
And
my
what measures do you take
top
to
most
maintain
measures
those
is
standards?
knowing where to shop for your materials, ingredients, and stuff like that. Be consistent about where you're shopping, and also not as someone in this business, don't be too cheap because a lot of times you're trying to cut corners, and some people try to cut corners just to make a lot of more profit, right? So I think a profit is a profit.
Mhm.
And you understand that every time you send out your product, whatever it is, it represents you, right? So I think to understand
Mhm.
that whatever profit you can get out of it
Yeah.
is it's worthy of something to be proud of once you know you're sending out quality products. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that is well said, right? Because quality
Yeah.
is something
Yes.
that absolutely people
Yes.
will pay if they know they're
Yes.
getting good quality out of it, right? Or
Yeah.
the value is there, right? Like just from what I do as
Exactly.
well, people will pay because of the value you
Yes.
bring to them and, and the consistency you offer, right? So
Yeah.
it's absolutely of utmost importance, at least in, my eyes. So, so this is a question I would ask is what advice would you give someone who was actually wanting to pursue a career in baking? And what skills and qualities
I
do you think
never
is important?
really tell somebody to pursue a career in baking on anything. I always start by saying, make sure you do what you really love. Because whatever profession it is, be it
Yeah.
real estate, be it carpentry, medicine, whatever it is, it entails a lot of work. But if you're doing something you love, it becomes fun. So if you want to be a baker, I want you to do it. But make sure it's
Mhm.
something you really want to do. Because when it's something you really want to do, there's no days off and you're happy about it. So all I can say is whatever you want to do in life, be persistent, never give up, and tunnel vision, focus. That's what I will say.
Ambition, yeah.
Yes, keep your eyes on the
Perfect.
prize.
Yeah.
It,
Keep your eyes on the
it's
prize,
it's a
right?
lot of
Keep your
work
eyes on the
because there's
prize.
nobody's going to remind you, hey, it's time to
So,
keep going. You're going to have to motivate yourself. You're going to have to encourage yourself, right? So I would say just know that the goal is what matters. Yes.
yeah. And if you're an entrepreneur and if you're going down that path, I mean, listen, that's the first thing. If
If you
you can
cannot
motivate
motivate yourself,
yourself, no one's
that's
going to
not
cheer
your
for
line
you,
because
right?
nobody's going to wake you up. Nobody's going to say go. Yeah. So that's one of the core principles I would say.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was asking you before about, what types of cakes what's your signature goods, and you said cakes. And so tell us a little bit about, what are some of the cakes you've
I've
created,
created cakes
for
such
what
as red velvet
occasions?
chocolate cake, vanilla coconut, as I said, strawberry cake, lemon cake, cheesecake, and a lot of times it's birthday parties, weddings, graduation
Mhm.
ceremonies, and christenings, naming ceremonies, and not up until recently, which I never knew it was a thing. Apparently, people make divorce cakes now. I was shocked when I first got my first order. I never knew that was a thing. Like, but someone come out like they want to make a cake for celebration of the divorce. I'm like, what? But that's up until now. I can add that in. So yes, so all kinds of cakes. I I did not know too.
I didn't know that
Exactly.
either. It's called smash cakes, I think. I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, yes.
I guess you can have a cake for whatever
Whatever
occasion.
you want to
Doesn't really
celebrate.
matter.
Yes.
Whatever you want to celebrate, I guess, right? So how has the baking industry evolved over the years,
It's
and what trends do you see
grown
emerging?
so much from back in my mom's days where it was just all about the piping part of it. Now, that was just it. You pipe and you have one design, that was it.
Yeah,
But evolved to what we call, for those who know, fondant cakes. So that gives you a lot of um, leeway in doing a lot of more
yeah,
complicated designs. And there's more coming in terms of like stencils,
hmm,
sugar lace, and we also have one isomalt. I just actually practiced that a couple of days with my colleague, isomalt designs. So yeah, it's evolving and it's changing from what we just used to do back and my parents used to do back in the day, just a round cake. You just write your name on it. There you go. Now you can make anything. You could even make somebody as standing upright. Someone with my complexion, with my look, you could actually carve that out. So it's grown, it's evolved. There's literally no limit to cake making nowadays.
excellent. And
Yes.
I know back in the day, anyone who was called a baker, right? Um, and in that
Yes.
classification, it was more than just cakes; it was bread and the whole
Yes.
nine yards, right? And so people that fell into that classification as a baker, I mean, it
Yes.
used to
Yeah.
be quite a
Yeah.
dangerous job, back. You know what I mean? It used to be. They would say, because the
Yes.
flour is so fine, you would
Yes.
end up with like baker's lung, that kind of stuff, right? And someone did make that comment, like, um, so I mean, it's it's a great rewarding job, I'm sure, when you
Yes.
put your creation together, you get to be artistic, right? And when people see it and like what you've produced, I'm sure
Yes.
it just makes it so much more rewarding, right? So, what's your favorite thing about baking, and what brings you
Favorite thing
the
about
most
baking
satisfaction in your work?
is being able to celebrate people's joyful moments in their life, people's accomplishments, people's milestone. When I walk into every party, every graduation, the light that lights up in my clients' faces when you're being able to be part of that joy makes me happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. So, how do you balance creativity and practicality in your baking, and how do you decide on which recipes to pursue? I mean, I think you talked about that earlier, but do you have like a set recipe, set flavors
it
that
really
you offer people,
depends
or
from individual to individual, from client to client. Now, some clients have no idea what they want. They're like, I just want a cake. Then I offer. I offer close, like, for example, like 10 flavors that I do, like vanilla, strawberry, red velvet. I'm like, okay, this is what I have. Pick from this. While some of my customers, they know exactly what they want. They know, they're like sweet tooth. They know exactly what they want, the amount of sugar they want. So, and I work with them based on what they give me. Also, some clients also know the exact design they want. So they give that to me, and I sketch it out, and I go over a little bit of details here and there with them, and I go ahead with what they've given me. But for the clients who don't know what they want at all, then we have more kind of like, we set an appointment and we do like a conversation one-on-one or in person, and we go over ideas that I would offer them, and we come to a conclusion that I make for them. Yes.
Okay. And if someone came to you and produced, pictures of a few different designs or something to that effect, considering that they want a fondant cake, would that be something that you would be able to, would you be
100%. There's
would you be
slogan
able
I always
to
say, that if you
recreate it?
can
I
think
guess
it,
what
I
I'm
can make it.
asking.
So once you can think it, you can visualize it, you have an idea, yes, I can recreate it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's always interesting. I know a lot of people, when they're coming forward and they want a cake baked,
Yes.
it's really hard because a lot of people don't really know what they want.
Exactly.
They just want
Exactly.
the cake to be delicious.
So people have no idea what they want. They're like, okay, I just want a cake. I've had men who like want to make cakes for their wife. Like, okay, I just want a cake. I'm like, what is your wife like? I don't know. What is your wife? I don't know. I'm like, work with me here. Like, so I need an idea of what he or she likes. I'm able to like recreate something that they can relate to when they see it. So I always make custom. That's why I kind of like cater to like, I customize cakes. I love being able to represent your profession, your life in my art. I don't just want to make the round cake and just write it out the plate. Like, what do you do, for example? I'm a doctor, right? I'm a lawyer, right? So I create the cake that has to do with your professions from time to time. So I always want to work the clients one-on-one based on what they do. Yeah.
Perfect. And I think I'm speaking for myself here, clearly. I find baking very intimidating. I find baking extremely hard. I think because I have to be precise on the measurements. So I also find gardening very intimidating and hard. So I mean, but I can sell a home, no problem. Having said that, we have some home bakers that may want to try this or want to get better. What tips would you give them, just to get better, improve their skills?
I would say,
or their techniques, or
be open to correction, be open to learning, and whenever you think you made the mistake, cake making is art. See the good side of it. Whenever you think that, oh, it doesn't look good or whatever, look for a way to turn that around into something that you like or you present, because it's art. There's always a good side to it. And also have somebody that can, kind of like when you have a schoolwork, proofread, right? So have somebody in your life that, hey, what do you think? This is what I've done so far. They can check it. Somebody who gives you honest feedback, and don't be afraid, or don't be afraid of correction. That's the only way we can get better. So you make something, like I remember when I started, I would bake. I would give people free of charge. Like, hey, you want a cake? Here you go. All I wanted was your feedback. You have a birthday next week? Here you go. What do you think? I wanted feedback so much. And every time they would tell me certain things, I wouldn't take it to heart. I will go correct it. So we should always be open to feedback, open to correction, and try new things. Never give up. Try new things. I cannot emphasize on the fact that try new things and be open to correction. If you're open, you will always get better. Yes.
Perfect. So as we get to the end of our show, and is there something I missed asking you? Is there something you want to add to,
I think
the questions
what I
that
would like to add is that just you see me today speaking, you see me today doing what I do. It's not been easy because a lot of times we always emulate the finished product, right? In life, in anything, we always see the finished product. There are lonely nights. There are times that I'm here by myself making stuff. I don't know, I have an idea what I was doing, right? I tried. So when you see something, it took years and years of work to get there. So when you see anyone who is perfect or good at their job, nobody's perfect. When you see anyone who's good at their job, understand that there was a time that they didn't even know how to hold the piping bag. I'm a witness to that. I did not have an idea how to hold the piping bag. I didn't have an idea how to use fondant. So it was practice, it was consistency, it was trying. So whatever you say you want to do, start it. Don't give up, keep going. You will get better. That's all I can just tell you. I promise you that you will get better. But if you give up, there's no way you can get better. So entrepreneurship is hard, but if I can do it, you all can do it.
Yeah, being an entrepreneur is not an easy task, and it does take years and years, and not just it doesn't matter in which industry you are. Even though you've got all these years of experience, you still have to be able to show and no different than anything else. I mean, the only thing you can show is once you bake a cake, right? Like, I mean, you can't give them a 10-day-old baked cake and say, hey, by the way, you can try this cake, right? So you're just hoping people will take a chance on you.
Exactly.
No different than in my line of work, right? I mean, I've got a track record, yes, but I'm also hoping that people understand that years and years of putting this together, you get to do what you do in your sleep, right? You literally can do this in your sleep, right? So for those, for people watching today and for everyone who's going to watch the rerun, tell them where they can find you. What's your Instagram handle or how they can reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram,
get
Facebook,
a cake.
Twitter, Snapchat, on Pbabscakes. That's Pbabscakes. And you can also reach me through my phone number, 647-261-2489. I repeat, 647-261-2489. Or you could also email. That's Pbabs, that's Pbabs cakes @yahoo.com.
Okay, so don't harass him. If you need a cake, give him a call. And for all of you watching, my name is Jacqueline Watson. I'm a realtor with Sutton Group, and I do this show every Monday evenings. If you want to get on the show, want to get interviewed, get in touch. I'd love to interview you. A little camera shy, and you'd like me to explore a topic, get in touch, let me know, and I'm happy to, I'm happy to explore the topic for you as well. And for all of you watching, I want to thank you for spending time with us. And Tony says, yes, ladies, cakes only. We'll keep him in check, Tony, don't worry. And Center Pro Painting says thanks. So for all of you watching, I want to say thank you for joining us today. I always appreciate the time you spend with me on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, for sharing your expertise.
Yeah, and can't wait to order a cake and give it a try.
And
So
you're doing a good
thank you
job.
again, and until next
Bye.
Monday, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.